recording, so pay attention. So we are doing flowchart proofs today, and here's an example in which we're trying to prove that angle E is congruent to angle A. And what I usually start by doing is looking at what is given and then marking it up. So they give me that EC is congruent to AC, so I mark that. And that ER is congruent to AR, so I mark that. And I'm trying to prove that angle A is congruent to angle E. Does anyone have an idea of how I could show that angle A is congruent to angle A? Yes, Allison?
Side, side, side.
Okay, that's how you would prove the triangles are congruent, right? Because you could show that this side is equal to itself. But once I show the triangles are congruent, then what will allow me to say that angle E is congruent to angle A?
Oh,
That CPCTC thing, okay? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So with most of these, what you want to do is first kind of mark up what you know, see what they're asking you, and then figure out, oh, those must be parts of a congruent triangle or something like that. And so then I mark it up. So the way this looks like when you do a flow chart, you draw boxes. Okay, so let's see if this works. Flow chart is kind of a way to organize your thinking. Where's that freehand shape tool? Freehand shape tool is freehand shape. Okay, so I'm going to try to make a rectangle. Oh, look at that. I'm going to try to make another rectangle. And then I'm going to try to make another rectangle. Look how nice. Isn't that amazing?
that's not nice.
Okay?
Whoa.
Okay. And now I should be able to write inside of those rectangles. So this is where you write your given. EC is congruent to AC. And for every step in a proof, you have to have a reason. So we'll call this like box 1, and over here, usually they put numbers by it, and underneath the box you put the reason, okay? And the reason for that one is given, it's given to you. And then the next thing you put is your next given, which is ER is congruent to AR, and that is also given. Given, I'm sorry, you can't read that, that's a change. Given, so 1, well actually that should be like 3 and 4, right? 3,
Like 1A,
yeah, maybe that should be how, let's remember this, okay? We'll call this 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and then for 3, it's not recording? It is recording. Oh, we'll send that to your mom. Okay. Okay. 3A. What goes in this box? What goes in this box?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
So it'd be RC.
Very good. That RC is congruent to RC. If you want to be really, oh, that's fine. RC is congruent to RC. And there's a property that allows you to say that called reflexive property, but I would just call it same side. Okay? Same side. Same side. Now, with a flowchart proof, you put all these things together. So I'm going to grab my arrow tool here, okay? And I'm going to put them all together to lead me to a conclusion. And I'm going to get my freehand shape tool again. I'm going to try to anyway. Okay, freehand shape. And I'm going to do another box right here. And I'm going to say that, what is it going to say in that freehand shape?
Side, side, side.
Well, that down here it's going to say side, side,
Oh,
side.
what it's going to say.
But that's like 4B. What's it going to say up here in 4A?
Angle E.
Not it?
triangle, R.
Very good. It's going to say that triangle REC. REC is congruent to triangle RAC. And finally, that allows me to conclude what I'm trying to prove. And what I'm trying to prove is that I gotta put this thing on my
Angle E is
yeah.
congruent to
Yeah. That, look at that, that's a cool tool. That angle E is congruent to angle A. And that is C, P, C, E, C. As far as numbering them all, in your book they number them all. But if you're doing one on your own, you don't have to number everything. Okay? So notice the way I put my three pieces of information together to first show that the triangles are congruent, and that leads me to what I'm trying to conclude is that angle E is congruent to angle A, and you have to have a reason for each thing. So each thing they do. And that's a pretty straightforward, easy flowchart proof, right? Good. And understandable. And I like flowcharts because it kind of shows your thinking, shows how you're using it. Yeah, it's easier than writing a paragraph if you don't like to write. Okay, so I'm going to pause here while I draw my next picture.